Greetings Tubiverse, I am one noob, and in this Top War video, we're going to go over the Hot Deals event, where you buy titanium blue coins and use them to buy stuff to get stronger in game and yes, smush your enemies. Now, I know what you're thinking here. Man, this event is a big dumpster fire. And overall, I think I'd have to agree with you if that's banging around in your head. But, believe it or not, there are some sneaky deals here under limited, very limited circumstances for even the smallest spenders among what I feel are not so good deals that you've been doing some conventional wisdom in buying, but you can get them cheaper in here. And I'm going to point those out along with some better ways versus the better ways, kind of bounce some stuff around for your benefit. Now, this event is a straight up pay player event, and there are a handful of ways to approach playing it if you want to. Now, I know our dear devs think this thing is valuable here because the folks over at River Game have been putting it in the valuable events tab for a long time now. So again, at least for them, it's worth something, right? If you want to play this event, I'll walk you through how I approach it mentally and how anyone can take advantage of it based on your budget. Again, and I can't say this enough, it's not mandatory. It's only if you want to mess with it in the first place. So listen, there are plenty of bad buys in here that are bad choices. I know the double bad thing, just ignore that. But learning how to identify them is something you can apply to other similar pay events. So it's worth kind of thinking our way through because we can apply it in other ways. A smarter choice, if you want something permanent like a nice shirt, is heading over to my merch store on my channel page for some schwanky merch since I'm running a sale there right now, but we're here to talk about the event, so shameless plug off. Let's try to talk about the event instead for the rest of this and some basic elements and how to make it work. Overall, it is super simple. So you have about 7 days here where you can throw money at our peeps that keep the lights on for Top War. I look at pay events like this as just straight up cash grabs, but events like this have been around for a very long time and for a lot of games like Top War, so they're likely going to keep coming around. You buy titanium blue coins from them and exchange them for stuff like the ever expensive Hyperion skin that I constantly tell people is a waste of money for almost all of us. I mean, come on, who doesn't want a skin that's like, a base level Maserati? A great status symbol based on price alone with the quality and performance that loses against other cheaper status symbols as soon as you sit down in one and actually drive one for yourself for the first time. Nothing against Maserati, just my opinion. You have over in the buy page simple offers. We have to look at the cost per coin here and see how cheap we can get them. That's the overall want. One thing that'll keep the more budget restricted peeps out here like me a little is that the coins don't expire. So we're like, I don't know about buying them, but when you find out they don't expire and it's been around for a long time, that should get you going, okay, so maybe I can work with this. So we want to know what's the cost per coin for each of these deals and want to think about time. Now I'm going to throw just a little bit of math at you, but it won't take but a moment, and it's super important because without a plan, this store will be a hazard to you until River Game makes it a better bang for your buck overall, and I don't think that's coming anytime soon either. The best deal, if you can call it that, is the 100 titanium blue coins for 99 cents USD to the conversion. That's paying just a little bit shy of a penny a coin, right? Move the decimal, whatever. You can do this only once a day, so you figure you might be able to get 700 of them through the event at a cost of $6.93. That's as good as it gets, right? It just balloons from that point up. The $4.99 box is the worst deal since it's going to cost you nearly like 1.7 cents per coin, roughly. The $8.99 box looks like it's around 1.5 cents a coin, and with rounding, all the other ones are somewhere around that mark. So that's a good baseline for what things might cost you when you look back at the number of coins you need to buy something in this event in the store. The faster you want to grab things in the store, the more it's going to cost you. Very simple work there, right? So now that we have a little bit of a frame of reference here, let's go back to the shop page. As we buy things in here, we get a little bump of extra stuff. Top War love to do that little word casino. But wait, there's more thing. Who doesn't like extra stuff? For 300 coins spent, we can get 300 gems and a random level 5 component chest. Wish it wasn't random, but it is what it is. At 1,280 coins, we can get 500 gems. And for some absurd reason, and I don't know why, 50 shiny gold chests. Okay. Dear devs, the gold chest here could use replacing. If people are willing to spend money in this store, they don't need gold. They just don't need it. So come on, think about who's playing here a little bit. It's sad. Really, the first good extra gift here sits at spending 6,480 coins. For that, we're going to get 2,000 gems and the New Year clock tower. That's actually good decor item since speeding up all your marches is good for just about everything game related, right? I mean, we kind of use marches a lot, and faster is gooder. Also, keep in mind, River Game can change the decor item at any time, so there's that. You can see the other rewards, and if you're spending in game, I suggest you keep these rewards in mind as parts of the cost and strategy in buying stuff here. It increases the value part for you, okay? I'll layer that in for you and some examples of stuff, 2 of them in particular. So let's start with one that I think will mess with your head a little bit. Scroll on down, and I'm sure no one has ever told you to buy universal decor shards here in this store. They're too expensive versus the normal way of buying them, right? I mean, the normal way, we know what that is. Let's take this apart. Let's talk it out, because a lot of folks are more than okay with doing it that way. For most players that buy universal decor shards, they go over to the value store in the store tab and buy 30 of them for $4.99. You'll also get 10 gems thanks to the Alliance gift box for you and your friends. Oh, the joy. Actually, it's kind of nice. Now, I'm pretty thrifty, so I've repeatedly recommended not doing this and instead waiting for the 50% off coupon in events they do in game fairly regularly. In that case, you can get 60 of them for $4.99, and that little 10 gem bump for our Alliance members anyways. Yay! For pay players, both of these are good. I just like the cheaper way a lot better because it's a little more than 8 cents per universal decor shard versus the near 17 cents. Ew. So if I just used grabbing the 99-cent pack of 100 titanium blue coins every day and put them towards those universal decor shards, I'd be spending just short of 10 cents per shard. And I would get both the 300 gems and a level 5 random component chest. So that's better than the normal $4.99 deal. Stop and think about it. But not a clear-cut winner versus the 50% off event. So hold on a minute though. Now let's think in a couple different dimensions here. I can use time to my benefit here. After about 10 rotations, if I just saved up, I could get the first 3 chests on top of the shards. That would get me in total 2,800 gems, the random level 5 component chest, the silly gold chest I won't mention again out of embarrassment for our devs that they even put it there. It does not belong. Do better. And that New Year clock tower decor. Well, now, that's a better deal than the 50% off event. Just stop and count. Okay, so I know after you did that one time, the New Year clock tower isn't as valuable since you can just upgrade it with decor shards. But that's not the point. The point is, in this event, you should think in terms of budget, time, and the extra rewards because it can actually swing the value. So now that we know how to think about this store a little bit differently, let's look at the full defense formation breakdown. That's another one people just don't bring up. It'll cost you normally $4.99 to get 3 of them, and you'll get 10 Formation 101s. I would ignore these. I'll explain why here in a minute, but you can get them in all kinds of places. But they're there, whatever. Over in the Hot Deal store, one will cost you 100 titanium blue coins. That's 99 cents. So look, they're cheaper here already versus something people are willing to recommend for you to do. Add time to it to get those extra reward boxes, and you could do this little fun dance. Run 10 cycles and save up, get yourself 70 full defense formations, 2,800 gems, that random level 5 component chest, the thing we won't talk about, and a New Year clock tower decor. Then after that, just grab them every 2 cycles to get 14 full defense formations, 800 gems, and yes, the level 5 random component chest. If you balanced this with also the cheapest one that I like so far, and these are one of the cheaper ones, which is the Full Defense Saga event, you can get a ton of Formation 101s there and 40 full defense formations for about $19.99. You can get your full defense formation if you bounce back and forth with these up quite a bit quicker than just using the Full Defense Saga alone, which is the one that I would recommend you do over it when it comes around. And yes, it's cheaper to get them in the Full Defense Saga event and a lot better deal after the first cycle idea that I gave you, but time can be a thing here. You can get a few March decor items here using this method that aren't terrible price-wise, since a lot of time the March decor will pop up for about $19.99. In this store, using the 99-cent pack method, you can get 2 March decor items and a damage increase or decrease decor item to get you up to that 3rd rewards box to get the extra stuff, making it slightly better in here. But it's not worth doing a happy dance in my opinion. The point here is that a plan and some math up front will give you deals here on occasion. It's hit or miss in here, really. I've already shown you where there are a lot of better deals than the ones in this in each example. So you know, right? So I know you have to understand why I think the use of this store is limited to very specific, meaningful strategies and circumstances. I'm a cheapo and I've been playing for a while now. So obviously, I'm gonna recommend sticking with just slowly accumulating them once a day for under $1. I mean, come on. People spend $4.99 on a regular basis just to buy gems in this game. So I'd say for those players that spend 99 cents in here, when this store comes around, instead of stockpile them up for something that you need that would make you stronger, right? In the end, it's up to you based on your budget and patience in determining what is and isn't worth it to you in this store. Now, my whole point here isn't to advocate spending money in game, and this event's not great. I have tons of videos that focus specifically on free-to-play players, and those are gonna keep coming. It's to help players that have the budget, in this case, enjoy spending in game and want to get the most bang for their buck, right? I think this store can be good for certain types of players, but not all, because the deals here aren't mega deals. If you buy in here for a while, with a plan though, it can have a decent return for you. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I could really use your support. So please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Also, I always link my Discord at the end of these videos, so feel free to come join us in Top Talk War. It's a nice place for both free-to-play and pay players to get stronger in game, and yes, smush your enemies. So thanks for watching, and until next time, Tubeverse.